Now, here's a look at tonight's top story. Swine flu deaths in California are on the rise. There have been 31 swine flu-related deaths this month and nearly 300 since the outbreak began. The virus has also led to more than 5,300 hospitalizations, with 560 of those in November alone. Health officials say the H1N1 vaccine has been arriving in the state more slowly than anticipated.
Medical marijuana has been a hot topic in Chico for the past several months. There have been 23 home invasion robberies in Chico within the past 2 years, police saying they all involved marijuana. Chico's Internal Affairs Committee taking a look at how other cities have handled their medical marijuana issues. The committee will make recommendations to the City Council in December.
State Senator Sam Onnested is endorsing former North State Assemblyman Rick Keene in the race to replace him next year. Keene will face off against another former North State Assemblyman, Doug LaMalfa. Onnested is campaigning for the Lieutenant Governor's seat in 2010. Well, homelessness continues to be a plague in Butte County.
But an Orville couple has known about the problem for several years and is doing everything they can to keep people off the streets. Reporter Brian Callahan has the story in our Action News Applied You.
4 years ago, James Hayden had a life-changing experience while walking through Hewitt Park in Oroville.
It just appalled me that there was people actually in cold weather underneath the bushes. So I would go home and make a lunch, and I would take a brown bag back and set it down beside him and leave it there.
After leaving bag lunches for several weeks, friends began pitching in, and Hayden began delivering blankets and sleeping bags. It wasn't long before the Hope Center was born. It has grown exponentially over the past few years and is now offering a lot more than food and blankets.
We're not trying to recreate the wheel, Brian. What we're doing is we are partnering with other organizations and filling the gaps.
With the recent downturn in the economy and state budget cuts, there are a lot more gaps for the center to fill.
One of the things that we have noticed recently, just like maybe in the past year, is that a lot of the people that used to give to us are now the people that need help from us.
The impact of all the Hayden's hard work can be seen the second you meet Ray and Maria Cooper. The couple was homeless and addicted to meth when they found their way to the center.
It's a huge impact. They're the only ones that offered a hand up for me. So from the pit that I was in to where I'm at now, it's because of the Hope Center.
The Hope Center has touched Ray and Maria so deeply that they now volunteer their time and run the Operation Hope Ministry.
Now I get to share what was shared to me with love, and now I can live on him. He's very healthy and wise, and there's a little light in his life.
In Oroville, Brian Callahan, Action News.
And if you would like to donate to the Hope Center, you can mail checks to the Hope Center at 1950 Kittrick Avenue. That's in Oroville. You can also call the center at 538-8398.
A North State music store is fixing up guitars for a good cause. As part of the Strings for Food event, workers at Harriet Music will restring, polish, and tune your instrument in exchange for a canned food donation. All the donated food will go to the Redding Loaves and Fishes and the Jesus Center in Chico. Guitar owners need to bring at least 2 canned food items to get the free service, and larger donations are encouraged.
If you can bring in more than 2 cans or perishable items, that would be great. We accept it all. We want to try to help out the food banks as much as possible.
The String for Good event is going on tonight until 7 at the Harriet's Music Store in Redding. It's also happening tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at Harriet's Chico location.
Well, from now through Christmas, you will be asked by every charity, whether in person or by phone or by mail or by email, to give. For those who have it, money, it's the easiest way, but the reward isn't as evident. But as I learned today, the Coats for Kids program makes everyone, the donors too, feel warm all over.
This is brand new,
yeah,
isn't it?
This is one of the brand new ones. It actually has a vest inside, too, that's interchangeable.
300 coats were delivered to Ophir School in Orville by PG&E. Plenty to choose from for the 12 students who needed one. It's not brand new, but it's not bad, is it?
Yeah, not at all. To keep them warm, that's the goal.
Teachers decided which students they thought would be most in need of the jackets. Jackets crucial, especially now as fall turns to winter and the playgrounds get chillier. The students themselves picked out their coats. Sarah's favorite color, you guessed it, purple. Principal Rex Mosley says these type of tangible donations let the givers know they're making a difference.
You'd like to see someone enjoy what you've given them.
Right.
And although they may not see this, they'll still know that the child is enjoying it and staying warm.
The coats came from customers of PG&E.
The people of Orville have been tremendously generous and have responded to this call for children's warm clothing.
There we go.
Coats for kids, putting a smile on a kid's face and keeping them warm all over. Now you can drop off a new or lightly worn used coat to any PG&E payment center.
Well, you may have heard about the dangers of CFLs if they break inside your home. Now, as Action News reporter Britt Carlson shows us, Chico State students are driving home the message of disposing of all light bulbs in an environmentally friendly and safe way.
The public service announcements on recycling CFLs are all over the Chico airwaves.
So this way I can still save a lot of energy by using.
The student intern at Chico State initiated a campaign to make it easier for residents of Butte County to recycle compact fluorescent light bulbs within Butte County.
Butte County Public Works and the Household Hazardous Waste Facility in Chico are behind the movement to get the old bulbs in the right place. The reason for the push to recycle CFLs in the proper way is because of the small amount of mercury located inside this tube.
People did not realize that not only their CFLs but their fluorescent tubes all contain a small amount of mercury, which is very toxic to humans, pets.
Plus, it's against the law to toss CFLs in the trash or recycling bins. Instead, bulbs can be dropped off at the Chico Hazardous Waste Facility or at any participating hardware store.
There's a tremendous amount of not only the CFLs but the fluorescent light tubes, and they'll get into the water system if broken.
So what happens to the light bulbs after you drop them off? They go to a waste management facility where the bulbs are crushed and the mercury is distilled out.
It's a very dense material, but it's very volatile, and it does, it can be distilled and separated out from the rest of the waste.
And the remaining glass is melted down and used again.
It's all like a eco-chico moment kind of thing.
A push to keep toxic materials out of landfills and to recycle burnt-out bulbs. In Chico for Action News, I'm Britt Carlson.
Now, to see a list of the Chico hardware stores accepting CFLs, just log on to our website and click on News Links.